Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. We just hit 31.2k subscribers. Can we get to 32k by the end of the month? Please like this video down below and subscribe to the channel before we get started. However, I was going to do a house prediction today. I've moved that back to tomorrow. Right now we're going to discuss the elections that happened last night, the primaries, the Democrat primary, the special election, the Illinois primary that's transpired and taken place. So without further ado, I think we're going to have to get right into it. We're going to start by talking about the Democrat primaries that we have here in the state of Florida. Florida, the turnout was roughly, I guess you could say, where it was back in 2016. There was not a big spike in turnout. Some of that very well could be due to the virus, as well as Bernie supporters potentially staying home, not coming out to support Bernie because they know that he is toast. They know he's basically finished. And by the way, I got these primaries down right. I said that Florida would go to Biden by roughly 40 points, and it did. I said that Illinois would go for Biden 59-36, and looking at this, it seems like I was almost exactly right about Illinois. When it comes to the state of Arizona, I said Biden would win it by roughly 17. Right now, he's leading by 12 to 13 points. I definitely underestimated the Bloomberg vote in this election, the fact that a lot of people already had mailed in ballots for Michael Bloomberg in both the states of Florida and Arizona. If not, I would have definitely been the oracle and gotten all three completely right, but I'm proud of myself for that prediction right here in the state of Florida. Definitely Biden swept everything, every county that Bernie won in Florida back in 2016. I know there were like 2 or 3 of them in the panhandle. They all flipped to Biden, and it seems like throughout the state, Bernie just absolutely bombed, as well as in the state of Illinois. Bernie definitely had a virtual tie with Hillary Clinton. I made a map about this on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you do not yet, at Red Eagle Patriot, if you want daily analysis, poll analysis, numbers, maps, things like that, because I make maps on Twitter like this one right here. So you make sure you want to follow me. The link is in the description. Follow me at Red Eagle Patriot. As you can see here, the Illinois 2016 map, Bernie won 78 out of Illinois' 102 counties. Now he just wins 1 county in 2020, and it looks like Sanders definitely got walloped throughout the rest of the state. He only won 1 college town. I think he won Champaign County, but the Sanders counties are in green, and right now it looks like he absolutely was trounced compared to 2016. You had a 20-point swing across the Midwest against Bernie Sanders. You're seeing this completely throughout the rest of the country, and Bernie should just drop out at this point. I personally don't see a reason why he's still in this race. I know he's some sort of revolutionary, where he's a self-described revolutionary, where he's not able to drop out, but apparently he's not revolutionary enough in order to run against both establishments in a general election, because he will bow down to the establishment no matter what, and for that he has absolutely zero respect from me, because he has a lack of balls. So looking at Illinois, you see this here, and the state of Arizona, which roughly was the same margin last time, because Latinos are swinging against the establishment capitalist Democrats. They're swinging in favor of Bernie Sanders in this election, partially why Bernie came close in Texas, partially why Bernie actually won California, albeit much narrower than expected. It's mainly because of the Latino vote, and this is a problem for our country moving forward. If we're willing to accept a high amount of immigrants every single year coming through, will it make us a more socialist country? And if so, that's a problem. We have to talk about restricting immigration, illegal and legal immigration. But moving forward, it looks like the state of Arizona, it did go to Joe Biden. Right now, it looks like Bernie actually picked up a county compared to 2016. As I expected, Arizona would be the closest state of March 17th. The county that may be a pickup was Yuma, but Yuma has 20% of the vote out that hasn't been counted yet. So technically, that's the one county we're waiting on. And after that county comes in, we're not going to really know if Bernie's going to be able to win any county. Well, any county besides that one. Obviously, Coconino County is probably going to hold for Bernie no matter what. So he's won at least 1 county tonight. Actually, 2 counties went for Bernie Sanders. A big differential from 2016, where he was competitive all across the country in the rural areas. I think it's probably because he went too far left on social issues. If Bernie ran to the right of Biden on social issues, but to the left of him on economic issues, personally, I think he would be an absolute formidable candidate and may have been actually able to defeat Donald Trump, but he's basically been pandering to the Antifa SJW types, and that's not necessarily going to play out well at the end of the day for Bernie Sanders in a general election, and it's also failing him in the election you see here, even in the primary against a more establishmentarian, so-called moderate Democrat called Joe Biden, who's also moving far to the left on social issues, by the way, so it's a little bit of a conundrum. So if you look at Florida, Illinois, and Arizona, those are the patterns you see here. However, I do have a map to show you guys right here in the state of Florida. Donald Trump versus Joe Biden in the state of Florida. So Donald Trump goes up against Joe Biden in the state of Florida, technically. This map is not perfect because Trump's primary was uncontested, and Biden did have to compete against Sanders. Biden and Sanders combined for a couple 100,000 more votes than what the Republican side got, but it was a very contested primary. Republicans in Florida had no reason to turn out, and still Trump defeated Joe Biden in Florida. By the way, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Radical Patriot if you don't want to miss some maps like these. But basically, Trump did very well. He beat Biden in Hillsborough County. He beat him decisively in Pinellas County. He even won Osceola County, which, by the way, is not going to go to Trump in a general election, just speaking facts. But in terms of the trends that we do see this year, I think Trump is going to do much, much better in certain counties like Miami-Dade. I think he's going to do much better across the state of the Panhandle. I think he'll do a little bit better in Tampa because you have this conundrum in society, especially in the suburbs of America, especially in the Sun Belt, where you have these areas trending away from the Republicans. But honestly, in Florida, Trump's energy is really big there. He might be able to convert some people, and honestly, he might do better in the suburbs, particularly among college-educated men in these suburbs. He might actually be able to do better than last time, and he will be able to take the state of Florida. They have Trump over Biden by roughly 4%. That could actually happen at the end result once you factor in all the outlying factors that could happen, but it's definitely a unique map to look at. Definitely Trump versus Biden in the primary. It doesn't tell the whole story, but it does kind of give a glimpse of how energy is, and if Trump has more energy than Biden's people, and you see the polls that have 40% of Bernie bros in Florida are considering not voting for Joe Biden, that's actually a very good number moving forward. We definitely have a lot of other factors at hand, like turnout, and you have factors at hand with the crisis that we're in right now. And if we look at this, and I'll go back to this, because in the state of Arizona, the turnout was up, but you had a lot of mail-in ballots, a lot of elderly people in Arizona. The state of Florida was roughly in line. Same thing. You have a lot of elderly people there, a lot of mail-in ballots. And the state of Illinois, you saw turnout plummet from 2016, which is kind of strange. Usually turnout, you would expect the turnout to be greater in Illinois, kind of how it was greater across the Midwest before the crisis hit in the state of Michigan and things like that. So that's an interesting factoid to look at moving forward. However, if we're going to look at the election results from last night, it would not be a perfect video if we did not talk about Illinois 3rd District in the House of Representatives. Dan Lipinski, a moderate Democrat. I respect Dan Lipinski. He's a pro-life Democrat, one of the very few and far between Democrats you could find that's actually reasonable, that's actually moderate on a lot of issues. He got primaried by an AOC-style Justice Democrat in a suburban district, and she's actually able to unseat him. He's not going to be nominated. So looking forward, it's very interesting. She's going to be going up against Mike Friccoloni in this current House election that's going to be upcoming this November. It's going to be something very big to watch. It's actually moved from a safe Dem district to a potential Republican flip that we could actually see here. Again, the Democrats are only favored in the PVI by 6%. Newman is an AOC-style candidate running against a moderate Republican. Yes, he's kind of a rhino, but a rhino is what you would probably need in this district in order to flip it. And if he can actually run a good campaign and Trump actually comes close to winning the popular vote, he very well could defeat Marie Newman. You look at the Nebraska 2nd election, you look at the swing district effect, where in the swing districts, Bernie Sanders' preferred candidates went over 40, either in the primary or the general election. You could see a similar thing here happen with Marie Newman. Do not discount this election being a Republican flip, despite the fact it is in the Chicago suburbs, because there is a Justice Democrat that just unseated Dan Lipinski, who was a bipartisan, moderate individual. So moving forward, this is something that's very, very interesting to watch. But also, another thing happened last night. Republicans took 3 seats in the Pennsylvania special elections. They filled all 3 open seats, including a swing district in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, that voted for Hillary Clinton. That is good news moving forward. Bucks County is going to be battleground, ground zero for 2020. Trump's going to have to perform well in Bucks County, as well as increase his turnout in western Pennsylvania if he wants to win the state convincingly. I believe he could do it against Biden. We are in a rut right now, but there's conflicting data about that and how it's going to affect the election when we're all said and done. It was a good night for Republicans last night based on what they were able to do in Pennsylvania, based on the primary turnout in Florida was actually very well, unprecedented for an incumbent, and the fact that they were able to have this potential opening in a seat in Illinois 3rd District against Marie Newman, an AOC-style Democrat. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, donate to the Patreon, and subscribe. Join the Discord and subreddit, links in the description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle, out.